Yo, welcome back guys to another great video for you guys. And today I am going to go over with you some of the, matter of fact, all of the lights that I use during my events. So the first thing I want to point out to you guys is how minimum this setup and stuff is. I'm just showing you a category of each one of these. I do have multiple versions of all the lights that are shown here, but for this video's purpose, I just want to let you guys know some of the stuff I use so that you could see where I've come from. I did a lighting video last year. You can check it up above here, just showing you guys what some beginners and everything should be using if they want to jump into the DJ business. And now I just want to put out there what I'm actually using at this stage in my career as a DJ. So we're gonna start from my left, your right, and let you know exactly what we're using and stuff here. So first up, we have got the ADJ Element Hex Pars. Now these guys have been absolutely amazing and stuff for me since the moment that I got them about 2 years ago. I usually use them to light up whatever setup and everything that I'm going to have for that particular event. So usually they're lighting up my facade or my event table, and they've got the reading and everything on the back of it, so you can make sure that you have the right setting and everything on, as well as you're in the right mode. These use about 60% of power if you do about a 4-hour gig. So usually I'll start off with 100% of course on the light, and then by the end of the night I'm down to about 40%. So I usually have to charge them before each event. I've tried to kind of push them to events, and it doesn't work so much, especially if it's 3 or more hours. It doesn't usually work that much. I usually get some dropping and stuff on there, but I think for a 4-hour gig, if you were to charge these each time, these would be amazing. So these are the ones that I started off with. I have about 4 of these, one to light up each one of my skirts, and the other 2 light up my actual table, or if I use my other setup, it'll light up the whole facade in each corner. That's how I utilize these. Now next up, I haven't talked much about these, but in an upcoming video, I will actually go over these a little bit more. Now these look a lot like the Element Hex Par, but these are the Chinese uplights from the group Both, and I have absolutely loved these since I've gotten these. Now these will allow me to be able to pick a hex amount of colors and stuff on here. It's even got the same 4 dials that the Element Hex and everything does, but it will do all of your red, green, blue, white, amber, and UV. So you are all set when it comes to color wise, but I use about 18 of these to be able to run my uplighting setup so that I can match the couple's decor. So these guys here are always spread out all around the room, and I've actually moved over from my original Chinese lights, which are these lights. And around the room, we've got our Chinese uplights. Now you guys ask me about these uplights all the time, and like I said, these are basically just from China. They don't necessarily have a model number or anything with them. So I'm not sure how to tell you how to get them, but I have these set up pretty much around the room to create that elegant look. Over to these, I just found that these were easier to put in a case. These, it looks like so far, have had less issues. Time will only tell how long these last, but I do tell you that once my event starts, these guys usually get down to about the same things as these guys, right around that 40% mark after I have charged them completely, and they usually take anywhere from 3 to 4 hours to charge completely. So this is what I'm currently using for my uplights, and it's got a display and everything on it here. The bottom and everything is kind of similar to the Hex Pars and stuff on here as far as the connections and everything goes, but I would highly recommend getting some of these Both lights because they are absolutely amazing. Next up, we've got mine and your favorite. I have the Chave Wash FX2s. Now, these guys right here are absolutely wonderful. Now, I actually got the idea to get these from DJ Rick Webb a long time ago, and I got these guys based on a video I saw of his. These have been an absolute joy to have, and they get the job done well, and they just add to the aesthetics because I can really use these in multiple situations. I've had some setups as shown here where I've had to connect the lights to the side of the speaker because there just wasn't a lot of room above the speaker to mount these guys, so I was able to mount them on the sides of the speakers and still get a great floor show from these guys. Now, because these are a wash light, these will completely wash your whole dance floor. These guys work tremendously, especially in some of your smaller venues, or if you want to captivate just a particular space, you do have the option to be able to do that by turning them down more. But these do cover a wide range as they are kind of a wide-esque type light. Again, these will do all the same colors, the red, green, blue, white, amber, and UV. So they are a great light to have. I cannot get a light that doesn't do a hex set of lighting at this stage of DJing, because I need something that is going to really impact the dance floor. And when people see these guys come on, they are just like, whoa, like those are bright, but then you can also turn them down. They have a dimmer and everything in them. So these have been great. Now, biggest question on this channel when you guys see this light is, how do you get them to mount on top of the speaker? Well, I'm gonna answer that question and stuff here. All right, so we're gonna show you right now. So there's a bolt and stuff at the top of this QSC, and most speakers have it, but the wood ones usually have it. At least the KW122s do. So I take that out. I grab a Wash FX. And then I take the hole and I place it right over the screw. Or right over, I take the opening to the bracket and place it right over where the screw is gonna go. And then I twist it down. Voila. Probably one of my most used lights are right here. These and these are probably my most used lights. For even a basic gig, I will definitely bring out these two sets of lights. You guys have seen it 1,000 times in my videos, and I definitely make sure that I have at least these for me. And then these come out usually when I have bigger packages that the client actually wants. I'll put on something like uplighting, or I'll do totems and put this guy on it. So let's talk about this one. This one is your 80J N.T.E Spot Pro from American DJ, and this light is a great versatile light too. Now, I was looking into different types of spotlights or moving heads when I actually purchased these, but this one right here was the most simplistic and still gives me exactly what I want. I like to have that feel when it's almost like a club, but it's kind of like you're kind of doing a wave format with it, or you can do a big production when the bride and groom comes in. I love these lights for that, and it keeps the aesthetics of your actual setup nice and clean, nice and neat. Just like shown here, everything is just lined up perfect, and they're doing their thing, and I really don't have to worry about them. Now, the great thing about all these lights is that 2 of them are wireless, and the other 2 that I can use my wireless dongles and stuff with to be able to control all of these with the Airstream DMX bridge. It is so important that that DMX bridge is able to control your light, because you could do so much with it through just an iPad. It just makes perfect sense, and I would be lost if I didn't have that. So I just wanted to go over some of the stuff that I use for my events to let you guys know that I really do keep things nice and simple. Let me know in the comments and everything down below what you guys use for your setups. If you like this setups, and all the equipment that is shown here is going to be listed in the description and everything down below, so you guys can take a look at it. And just going forward, just so you guys can see that this is how I pull off some of those great shows that I'm able to show you guys here. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me today, and I appreciate all the love and support you guys always give. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, as well as if you have not done so, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and to be notified, turn on that notification bell, because we've got a lot coming your way. It's great to be back, guys. Got a lot of stuff coming up. March, April, May, June. It is going to be fire. So let's make it happen. If you don't know, now you know. Thanks, guys. See you next time.